Steph, Dan Wecke with the Los Angeles Times. Both Steve and Clay said kind of the knowledge that it only really takes 2 minutes of really good basketball for you guys to get into any game. That's what kind of keeps you guys locked in at half times. How much do you think that breaks opponents, kind of that they know that too, that in just 2 minutes everything can change?
I think most of the situation, how they came out in the first 6 minutes, first quarter, was a testament to that kind of mindset, knowing they had to give us their best punch early, and if we could just withstand it. We didn't execute well in the first half, so a lot of that was kind of our fault. But their intensity and their effort and physicality was pretty strong in that first half, and we just had to weather the storm a little bit, especially in this building. And it is a full 48-minute game, and for us to have the firepower to kind of turn the momentum to our side, pretty quickly, get some stops, make some shots, and start to feel a little good, a little bit better about ourselves. It was a fun night all the way around. Obviously stressful, but fun.
Steph, two for you. Mark Schwartz, ESPN. First of all, given how you did everything in the book that Steve didn't want you to do, including foul them every time in the first minute and turning it over so much, how do you avoid feeling like, man, this might not be our night, maybe we aren't going to win this game?
I don't know. I mean, that as a competitor, you'd hope that thought never really creeps in, especially in a moment like a Game 7 where there's still time on the clock, there's still opportunities to change the momentum. And I think it was like I said, I think after the game, there's a calmness at halftime in the locker room because we knew how bad we were playing. Looked up, we were down 10 or whatever, 11, and knew that we had been in this situation before, obviously not in this building, but where we could really just lock back in, get some stops, and like I said, just change the momentum to our side. So I think it was just a level of experience and just maturity from our group that helped us get through to the finish line.
And given how poorly you were playing, what is it that makes you most proud of tonight?
There was a moment in the first half, I think Draymond turned it over to James on a transition. He got a dunk. And that's a point where you can have guys doing a lot of finger pointing and blaming and getting in their feelings. But there was a moment during that timeout after Coach called it where it was just really productive. Everybody was like, let's just move on. Like, we get it together, find a way to get through this little rough patch and just find ourselves. It just took a while. So I think that moment, we could have splintered, to be honest. It could have been a moment like where guys went their separate ways, but I think the way that we fought all year, and the way that this team is built with the chemistry we have, that got us through that little rough patch, and I think we used that to our advantage.
Hey, Steph, Mark Medina, Bay Area News Group. When you look at the first half, what were the things that you think contributed to your shots not falling right away, and then what kind of fueled that kind of run that you usually have in the second half?
They say two basketballs can fit inside the hoop at one time. That's kind of how big they are, and for some reason I couldn't figure it out. And then eventually kept shooting the same shots and they go in. So it's going to sound like a broken record, but I never lose confidence in myself. Almost have a sense of like amnesia when you get out there. If you have a shot, take it. Don't even worry about what's happened up until that point. And third quarter was great again tonight. So glad I finally figured it out.
Hi, Curry here. Joanna from TV Global from Brazil. Is there a magic between you and the third quarter?
I don't know. I mean, obviously I've been playing well in the third quarter of this series, and it's a point where, like I always say, it's a full 48-minute game, and you got to have endurance, you got to have resiliency, you got to have confidence in yourself no matter how the game's gone up until that point that you can turn around. and it's been great to come out of the locker room kind of focused, locked in, make some shots, get some stops, and just have fun. And obviously, thankfully tonight, with the way the first half went, it was like clockwork, so it was good.
And I just saw you in the hallway. You were holding one of your daughters, and you were like this. And can you share your thoughts at this moment?
This is a special moment. This is we talked about it leaving this building after Game 5. This was a part of our story that we hadn't been through before. Our backs against the wall, not having home court advantage, needing to win 2 games to keep ourselves alive, and this is a true testament to how hard it is to get to the finals, how hard it is to have a chance to play for a championship, and I think as well a testament to how great Houston is as a team, and the fight that they put up this whole series to try to take us out of our game, and to really challenge us all the way down to the fourth quarter of a Game 7. And there's a lot of just built-up anxiety, I guess, about this moment. And when you walk off the court with the win and get this fancy hat, it's a good feeling. So we had to work for it, and you got to appreciate the moment. Somebody asked, like, 4 years in a row, getting to the finals, do you appreciate it? And yes, because it's really hard. And so all the smiles and embraces you have with your teammates, your coaches, is well deserved.
Steph, Kim Davis from Chalk Talk. Can you talk a little bit more about that? You talked about your firepower, but knowing the tough starts you had in the last 2 games, is that more of the Rockets, or are you guys just not in your groove?
It's a combination of both. I mean, they were pretty physical, trying to switch every screen and take us out of our rhythm on the offensive end. Knowing how great James is as a player early in the series, they found a way to assert themselves early. But for us, just keeping our composure was big for us the entire series. Whether we figured it out and win or loss, I think we showed a lot of fight, a lot of grit and resiliency to stay positive as we went through the series, no matter what the situation was. And I think that helped us stay locked in Game 6 and 7 with our backs against the wall to get a win. So tonight, the way that they played amazing. We just played a little bit better in the second half and got it done.